I haven't. Your mic's not on, by the way, obviously, because it's not. I don't know if you want it on or not. No. Luce isn't interested in you lot today. Despite the fact it's Wednesday, which means you'll get no loose news. No facts. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us on a fucking cold Wednesday here, actually, on the South Coast. It's fucking freezing around here, around these parts. It was quite cold last night as well. But it is a nice day, at least. And it's day 4 of Grotmas. GW's thing this year, which actually I'm feeling is quite good. I'm enjoying it. It's better than last year's advent calendar of just shitty pictures, like rumour engine photos, right? This is a good one. I'm here for this one. So today is the turn of the Thousand Suns. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash all those magical YouTube buttons first. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Smash the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon if you want to be notified when we go live or drop a new video. Like I said, as usual, with this current month specifically, you want to be 40k reaction roll in Discord, and then you won't miss a stream. We're a bit all over the place this month because it's Christmas month. This evening, Saints are home, and my brother and I are actually going together, so I won't be around. So we're doing this instead. We're doing Grotmas day 4. And tomorrow we'll be doing Grotmas day 5. And Friday we should be able to squeeze in Grotmas day 6. And Saturday maybe Grotmas day 7, etc. Okay? Anyway, welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed last night's game of Age of Sigmar. I didn't catch any of it actually really at all. But Joe said it went all right. So I haven't looked at the numbers yet, so I have no idea if it actually went well. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Are you feeling better? I feel like I'm close to 80% now, Alec, man. Is the calendar just 40k? They did say on the reveal show that there was going to be some Grand Alliance faction rule things, some armies of renown, regiments of renown or something, I think they said, for Age of Sigmar on the reveal show. But they're not getting as many. So there is Grotmas stuff for AOS as well. At the moment, at least, it's just 40k right now. I don't know when the AOS stuff is coming, but there's nowhere near as much of it, so they don't need to do a daily thing for Age of Sigmar. But they are bringing something out for Age of Sigmar, at least. So, today is the turn of the Thousand Suns, the Sons of Thousands. It's an interesting detachment. It's an interesting detachment. Shall we just bring it up and have a read through? Let's have a look, shall we? So, if we screen share right now. Grotmas calendar day 4, a light dusting of snow. In today's Grotmas calendar, the Thousand Suns try to influence the battlefield in the Hex Warp Thrall band. Now, at the moment, as I'm sure you're all aware, I think Thousand Suns have only got their single detachment right now. They don't have a codex. This is interesting. This is an additional detachment for them from what do they currently have? Do they currently have the turn psychic weapons into devastating or something? Isn't that what they do so far? Right. The empiric ritualists who lead the thrall bands wield magic without restraint. They seek to shatter the veil between reality and the warp, empowering their arcane arts and unleashing demonic energies upon their weak-minded foes. Direct and mindless rubricae to seize sites of power, these sorcerers tap into the wellspring of potential, weaving obscuring rituals and killing spells. As the tide of arcane energy builds in strength, the battlefield comes alive with mutagenic energy, enhancing the sorcerer's magical power and haloing their thralls in fulminating coronae of uncontrolled arcane force. With Warp Flame and Hellfire, they sweep the enemy from the field of battle, and Zeech claims the souls of the dead. When the Thousand Suns models in this army make psychic attacks, they can re-roll wound rolls of 1 if they are within a part of the battlefield that they control. They swell with the warp instead and add 1 to the wound roll for the psychic attacks as if the battlefield is saturated in the warp, right? With Arcane Might enhancement, characters can draw upon rampant warp energies to add 1 to the strength characteristic of psychic weapons equipped by the bearer's unit. While the bearer's unit is wholly within the army's flow of magic, add 2 to strength characteristic of psychic weapons equipped by models in that unit instead. With arcane energy flooding the battlefield, the veil between warp and reality rapidly collapses. From yawning rifts, Rubric Marines can arrive from strategic reserve as they have a deep strike roll with Scarab Occult Terminators take advantage of the disruption to deploy from deep strike up 6 inches from enemies if they are deployed wholly within the army's flow of magic by using the Through the Veil stratagem. Download detachment, right? Bit of narrative gumph, okay? We're going to look at the actual detachment right now. Click on the download page. Still not in fucking order. Thousand Suns, here we go. Perfect. Here we go. Here is the new, brand spanking new, never to be seen before, Thousand Suns detachment rule, flow of magic. Let's see if you've ever heard of anything like this before. Certain areas of the battlefield are within your army's shadow of chaos. Flow of magic, as follows. Your deployment zone is always within your army's shadow of chaos, flow of magic. At the start of any phase, if you control at least half the objective markers within No Man's Land until the end of that phase, No Man's Land is within your army's flow of magic, stroke, shadow of chaos, right? I wonder why we've had this before. At the start of any phase, if you control at least half the objective markers within your opponent's deployment zone, until the end of that phase, your opponent's deployment zone is within your army's flow of magic. Each time a 1,000 Suns model from your army makes a psychic attack, re-roll a wound roll of 1. If such a model is wholly within your army's flow of magic, shadow of chaos, each time it makes a psychic attack, add 1 to the wound roll instead. It sounds super cool, but they don't have tons of psychic weapons, which makes it odd, right? We then have 4 enhancements. We have a 20-point enhancement called Arcane Might. 1,000 Suns model only, add 1 to the strength characteristic of psychic weapons equipped by models in the bearer's unit. While the bearer's unit is wholly within your army's flow of magic, add 2 to the strength characteristic of psychic weapons equipped by models in that unit instead. Okay. Empowered Manifestation, 20 points. 1,000 Suns model only. While the bearer's unit is wholly within your army's flow of magic, add 6 inches to the range of psychic abilities the bearer has that specify a range, including rituals, and each time a model in the bearer's unit takes a hazardous test for a psychic weapon, you can re-roll the result. Not so bad. That's alright. Empiric Onslaught, 25 points. 1,000 Suns model only. While the bearer's unit is wholly within your army's flow of magic, add 3 to the attack characteristics of ranged psychic weapons equipped by the bearer. 25 points is a lot. Their psychic weapons aren't that good. And then the Noctilith Mantle for 15 points. 1,000 Suns model only. While the bearer's unit is on the battlefield, it is wholly within your army's flow of magic. Models in that unit cannot be selected to use any rituals. Interesting. So it doesn't sound... This, for me, out of the 4 detachments so far, is by far the shittest. This is copy and paste demon detachment, not really think about how this works with 1,000 Suns. They have this obsession with 1,000 Suns about things interacting with psychic weapons, but they don't have loads of psychic weapons with the exception of just like Magnus. And Simon's just said this actually, it's just popped up on my screen, and Magnus already gives a +1 to hit, +1 to wound to psychic weapons anyway. You can't get +2. You're not allowed. So I don't know what this does. Okay, so the stratagems. Maybe they've got one like the other 1,000 Suns attachment that lets things be psychic weapons. That maybe makes it useful. Warding Hex for a single command point. You target 1,000 Suns Psychic unit in your command phase, or a command phase, from your army within range of an objective marker you control. If that objective marker is wholly within your army's flow of magic, that objective marker means under your control until your opponent's level of control over that objective marker is greater than yours at the end of the phase. Sticky objective, a copy and paste from a detachment we read yesterday. Okay, 1 CP Wrath of the Doomed. Fight phase, just after the enemy unit has selected its targets, 1,000 Suns unit from your army that was selected to target one or more of those attacking its attacks. Until the end of the phase, each time a model in that unit is destroyed, if that model has not fought this phase, roll a d6, adding 1 to the result. If your army is wholly within your army's flow of magic, on a 4+, do not remove it from play. The destroyed model can fight after the attacking unit finished making its attacks and is then removed from play. That's decent for a CP. That's a good stratagem. We like that one, right? Strands of Time. In your movement phase, just after a 1,000 Suns Psychic unit from your army has fallen back, target that 1,000 Suns Psychic unit, and until the end of the turn, your unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charge in the turn in which it fell back. If your unit is wholly within your army's flow of magic, when it is targeted with a stratagem, until the end of the turn, you're eligible to shoot and declare a charge in the turn in which you fell back. Again, decent for a CP, not bad. Okay. We then have Through the Veil. Start with the reinforcement step of your movement phase. 1 Rubric Marine or Scarab Occult terminating from your army that is in strategic reserve. If it is a Rubric Marine, until the end of the phase, that's a Deep Strike ability. When your unit is set up on the battlefield using Deep Strike ability, if it is the Scarab Occult Terminator unit, it can be set up anywhere within the flow of magic that is 6 inches horizontally from enemy models. If Scarab Occult Terminator unit is target with a stratagem, it is not eligible to declare a charge in the same turn. So come down within 6. Not 3, like some factions do, but 6. I think 6 is more balanced. I think that's good. But you could Deep Strike Rubrics with Flamers. into that. That's good for a CP. Scarring Warp Flame, 1 CP, your shooting phase. 1,000 Sun Psychic unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase and is wholly within your army's flow of magic. Until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by models on the unit have the Ignores Cover ability. After a unit has shot this phase, select one enemy unit hit by one of those attacks. Till the end of the phase, models on that unit don't have the benefit of cover. Another copy and paste from yesterday with slight tweak. And then we have Kaleidoscopic Tempest for a single CP. Your opponent's shooting phase just after an enemy unit has selected its targets. You select 1,000 Sun Psychic unit from your army that was selected as the target of one or more of the attacking unit's attacks. Until the end of the phase, your unit has the Stealth ability, and if your unit is wholly within your army's flow of magic, each time an attack targets that your unit has the benefit of cover. The stratagems are actually not bad. Kaleidoscopic Tempest is decent, right? Not bad at all. You get stealth and the benefit of cover. Scouring Warp Flame, although a copy and paste, is decent. Ignores cover and removes cover for the rest of the game. Not bad. Deep Striking Rubrics, 9 inches. The Scarab Occult, 6 inches, is decent. It's not bad. Sticky Objectives is decent. Not terrible. Fight on Death on a 4+ or a 3+ if you're in flow of magic. Decent. And Strands of Time, fall back in charge or fall back shoot in charge if you're in the flow of magic. The stratagems are actually good for this detachment. The stratagems are strong. We like the stratagems. It's just a shame that the army's rules in general, the detachment rules, are a bit meh. Like, the detachment rule is a bit underwhelming because it impacts psychic weapons. You get reroll 1s for psychic weapons all the time. You're just talking about your sorcerers, really, aren't you? Because if you think about it, Scarab Occult Terminators, the majority of their weapons are not classified as psychic. Rubric Marines, the majority of the weapons are not classified as psychic. Mutadeth Vortex Beast weapons I don't think are classified as psychic. But I think that for the majority, that +1 wound on psychic weapons is just not all that. The stratagems are good though. The stratagems are decent. So I guess if you look at the detachment as unlocking those 6 stratagems, you probably won't be too disappointed. Are they better than Cult of Magic stratagems? Not sure. As we've discussed, though, I don't think those detachments are specifically here to unseat the current competitive options necessarily. I don't know. I kind of hope for better from Thousand Suns because they're only an index right now. I'm currently opening up their data cards as well right now. Thousand Suns, index Thousand Suns data sheets. So Araman obviously has psychic weapons. He has Psychic Stalk, and his melee weapon is Psychic. So Araman, I think all the characters are basically the Psychic weapons, aren't they? Astral Blast, Strength 6 +1 wound is not going to be bad necessarily. That's about it. Exalted Sorcerer on disc, range weapons. Arcane Fire is Psychic. Strength 6 +1 wound isn't bad. Infernal Master. Screamer Invocation, Strength 6. So a lot of this is Strength 6 and +1 wound. Rubrics give reroll 1s to wound as their special rule with reroll wounds if enemies on objective. But they're not psychic weapons anyway, are they? So this has literally no real... The range weapons for the rubrics are Inferno Bolt Guns or Soul Reaper Cannons or Warp Flamers. The only one who would actually gain from it anyway, Simon, is the sorcerer, isn't he? The aspiring sorcerer. You can make their weapon psychic using ritual points. No, you can't. Cabal of Sorcerers doesn't give you psychic weapons with ritual points. Nope, I didn't think so. No, that to make them psychic weapons is a CP stratagem from the old detachment. You've got Twist of Fate, which is improving AP. Doom Bolt, which we know about. Reduces CP cost by 1. Temporal Surge, movement. Weaver of Fates, a saving throw. So no. Cult of Magic is what gives you the stratagem called... Is it not Sorcerer's Might? Is it Devastating Sorcery? No. Is it in Scroll Fusion? All bolt pistols, yeah, it's a CP. All bolt pistols, Inferno bolt guns, Inferno bolt combi bolters, and Inferno combi weapons equipped by models in the army have the psychic ability and strength characteristic of 5. So yeah, you need the CP from the old detachment to make this detachment work, which you can't do. I don't know, I'm just kind of... I actually think the strats are good, chap. I'd love to know what you guys think. Love to know what you guys think, but I think the strats are good. But I think the detachment rule's a bit pants. And none of the enhancements really sing to me either. Like, I look at them... the thing is, the Death Guard 10.1 came out at such power level that... Add 3 to the attacks character range psychic weapons for the bearer is not terrible, I guess. Empiric Onslaught's okay. 25 points is steep though, isn't it? Empowered Manifestation is okay. Maybe it just powers up Psychers. If you go Psyker heavy, it could be okay. It could be fun. Could be fun, maybe. What's the one for tomorrow as well? Did it tell us this? If we go down to the bottom of the article. That's the entertainment sort for Grotmas, but what about lights? The Adeptus Mechanicus are seeing to the electronics tomorrow. Oh, AdMech tomorrow. Lol. Lol. The strats are good for any army other than Thousand Suns. Really? You reckon? I play Thousand Suns as my main army, and the strats in the new detachment are not great. Fall back and shoot is okay, to be fair. I mean, I guess you're right. I guess they look like solid strats for the majority of armies, but perhaps not for Thousand Suns specifically. AdMech tomorrow. Yeah. +1 a wound if you hold after the half the board or choice of dev, sus or lethal. I feel like their index is so much better. Yeah, this is one of those scenarios, isn't it, where they don't have a codex right now. And I feel like having one detachment, you would like something that would at least compete with their current detachment, and they haven't done that. Overvaluing the DG enhancement, do you reckon? 10 points for if you're not killed in a single phase, you gain all your wounds back on Death Guard infantry character. You reckon I'm over for 10 points? I'm happy to hear why. I feel like that's just, when you compare it to, like, for example, when you compare that to, like, 20 points, or what's the first one? 20 points, add 1 to strength characteristics of psychic weapons. 20 points. 10 points, get all your wounds back at the end of the phase if you're not killed. I'm not sure. I'm not sold on it.
I think this is simultaneously not different enough from Cult of Magic, and not exciting enough to topple it. Irony is that a full Zanger detachment would have been better.
Oh, mate. I live for a full Zangor detachment. A full Zangor detachment would be so fucking cool. Do Zangors have psychic weapons? Index 1000 Suns. Data sheets. Zangor, chat. Zangor Enlightened. Ranged weapons. No, they're not psychic. Melee weapons. No, they're not psychic either. Nope, cool. The deep strike within 6 for 10 minutes would be okay if A, 10 minutes didn't immediately die. B, bolters kill anything through armor of contempt and cover. C, you could charge. Yeah. I think that stratagem for me is better for rubrics with warp flamers. I saw that stratagem. I instantly thought warp flamer rubrics. I didn't think to use them on Scarab Occults at all. I think I get GW's vision with this. They wanted you to play Hero Hammer with lots and lots of sorcerers and a few units of rubrics and SOTs, but there's no critical mass of psychic weapons to work. Have a look at what characters can actually take for DG for 10 points. It's fine, maybe 15 points, but still not great. You reckon? I don't know. Maybe I'm being unfair. It looks super fucking powerful. Mutilith isn't even psychic, and that's a giant psychic ring thing on a beast pack. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Right, chat, if you think the Thousand Suns detachment is bad, 1 gifted membership. Go. That works, right? You pay for their poor rules rating? How do we feel about that? Maybe we spin it. Maybe we say, what do we want to see for AdMech? We've got AdMech players in the house today. Not tonight, is it today? It's today. Put DG Sorcerer so you can overcharge its weapon and not care, but besides that, it's an enhancement you'd only take if you have 10 points spare. I do want to see more 10-point enhancements as well. Are we not likely to see a Zangor detachment in the Codex, and these are meant to be supplement them, not excusing it, but might be why not Zangors? I mean, I think there probably will be one, but I don't know when we're going to see them, do we? Because if we think about it, for 40k Codexes, we know that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, January, February, March. I'm still a bit all over the place. January, February, March, we know is going to be first quarter of the year. We're going to see Astra Notarum, Eldar, and Knights. So when do we see Thousand Suns? Who knows? It might be that we see them in April. I think it's thoroughly mediocre, not bad. Cornet, thank you for the 1 gifted. Got us off the mark. Yes.
Does it make more sense if you incorporated the Zeonch demons? Asking for a friend and their crazy theories.
Huh. Huh. That's an interesting theory. I think I see where you're going with this, Mr. Kazarian. Thank you for the 5, by the way, dude. You're a legend. Oh, Will turned it into a party. Thank fuck for that. I was getting worried then. Data sheets. Let's have a look at this.
I have all these vehicles, but you can't use them as you need characters to give you Cabal points. I wanted to see something to make vehicles viable.
That's fair. That's fair. Where's Pink Horrors? Pink Horrors. Ranged weapons. All their weapons are psychic. Doug Lyle, thank you for the 1 gifted. Will, thank you so much for 20 gifted 20 gifted members, you fucking legend. Banging us up to 22 straight away. This is in place of our Wednesday night stream chat, so if you could help us hit target, I'd be so fucking grateful. Simon, thank you for the 1 gifted, you fucking hero. I'd be so fucking grateful, I really would. It's been a shit fucking start to December. Thank you so much, Simon. Thank you so much, Doug. Will, thank you so much for 20 gifted, man.
Makes me feel uninspired for the TS Codex.
Well,
sad face.
Well, the Thousand Suns Codex is going to be different, isn't it? I think what someone said earlier was quite interesting. Limey Palace said not different enough from Cult of Magic and not exciting enough to topple it. I think it's probably one of the most exciting, most accurate ways I could describe it. All the vehicles is interesting as well, Simon. Like, I don't understand both the factions really. Even if you think about it, even Cult of Magic. So the stratagems for Cult of Magic are very, very good. The fact that you can make bolt gun psychic weapons means that your detachment rule, where you can go lethal, sustained, or devastating, kind of has some level of impact. But still, at this point, you still only are really impacting with your detachment rule, without that stratagem at least, things that psychers carry, and they're not that mind blowing. Oh my God, Will. I mean, Will's made it a party. I know what you did last roll. Thank you for the 1 gifted. Will! Oh my fucking God. He's gone mad. Thank you so much for 50 gifted memberships. You fucking hero. Bless you. You're amazing. Oh, and thank you. By the way, I know Joe told me that they hit 100 members last night as well. Thank you so much for that. If you tuned in last night and took part and got involved, I was back here with sick kids. They were in bed early, getting medicine, high temperatures, high fevers. I sort of sat and watched Harry Potter in the lounge and kept going up and checking on them. That was my life yesterday evening. Thank you so much, man. What a fucking legend.
Merry Christmas to you and yours and everyone at home.
Oh, bless you. Thank you so much. Where did you go? Oh, is it here? Do we not have pizza? Have you ordered one now?
No idea if Thousand Suns is good or not, but I like the thematic approach the Dark Angels one took yesterday. Looking forward to playing it.
Well, yesterday was Tyranids. The day before was Dark Angels, but yes. Doug, thank you for the 5 as well. Will, thank you so much, my fucking absolute legend of a friend, for 70 gifted memberships, you madman. What a fucking hero. And Merry Christmas to you as well, man. Hopefully you have a great one. Do you want me to order one now? What are you buying at me for? I'm not made it topical at all. I offered to solve the problem.
I'm not an invalid. I can solve a pizza problem.
I think the codex needs a full rewrite as Cabal points forces you to run all the characters as are the only things that generate Cabal points and the main units of psychic weapons. I'm inclined, Simon, genuinely, legitimately, I mean, I like the concept of Cabal points, but I'm inclined to agree with you. I feel like Cabal points for Thousand Suns is what we're going to be able to do with Grotmas, what we are going to be able to do with Grotmas as we go through is we're actually going to be able to dissect a lot of problems that current factions have and talk about them, because we can't focus on the actual Grotmas rules for the whole hour and a half because we'll just run out of content. So I think this is an interesting topic, a little topic to dive in, right? Cabal points as a concept, I'm fully behind. I'm fully behind Cabal points as a concept. Cabal points as a current mechanic, I agree with you. I think that the problem is that you have to run characters. You have to run characters to generate Cabal points to get access to Kabbalistic rituals, which means anything else expensive, you just kind of don't really see it, apart from perhaps Mutileth Vortex Beasts, just because they're so good. So you don't really see Forge Fiends and Predators and stuff like that in Thousand Suns. Farmer George, thank you for 10 gifted memberships. Are we going to hit target in the first? Oh no, we're a minute away from the first half an hour. Almost did it though. Thank you so much, Farmer George. Absolute legends. Thank you so much. So I like, but then I don't know. The problem you have then is how do you solve the issue? Like what do you do in replacement of it? So my initial thoughts was you give an army a number of Kabbalistic points based on the detachment size. So for a strike force you get X number of Kabbalistic points, and we take essentially the average that people are running nowadays roughly, and then we work that out, and then maybe you give people like Magnus a special rule where he gives you +2 Cabal points. Or +3 Cabal points, or something like that. But majoritatively, you're just getting your Cabal points from having a detachment. And that means that then you don't necessarily need to run into so many fucking sorcerers and exalted sorcerers, etc., just to generate Cabal points. But sometimes people feel bad about just people getting stuff like that. So like if we take Eldar and Fate dice, for the longest time, people were like, wait, so you just get 12 Fate dice? And you've got what's his face? Eldrad, so you just get 3 more Fate dice. You just get 15 Fate dice. Like you don't do anything, you just get them. And so then that kind of would be the similar sort of circumstance for Kabbalistic rituals, and some of the things you can do for Kabbalistic rituals are quite strong. So if you just said you just get 15 Kabbalistic ritual points, you get 3 more if you get Magnus in your list, you're like, cool, so you can just do things. One of the things I said this already, one of the things we did the reveal show I was most excited for, the things I said I was most excited for Eldar was the fact that coming away from Fate Dice is the main army mechanic, because it's just oppressive and it just feels bad for people, and they're moving into battle focus as the main army mechanic, which is going to be some form of movement shenanigans. Now, what I don't want to happen is I don't want the whole Eldar army to be able to step out from behind cover, shoot at you, and step back behind cover, because that is also oppressive. But it makes me more excited because I feel like it's going to be more interactive. What if you could perform rituals or events in game, kind of like sagas, that give you a certain amount of Cabal points, maybe not all game, but like 5 this turn, 3 next. Interesting. Electman says, just everything in the army vehicles included generate Cabal points. Is that easy? It's possible. If each vehicle generated a single Cabal point for having a unit, every unit generates a Cabal point. If that unit has a sorcerer keyword, you gain an extra Cabal point. I don't know. Thousand Sons is a strange one. Thousand Sons was the army at the start of 10th edition. It was an army I was quite excited to play because in 9th edition we had a beautiful Thousand Sons army built for us and painted for us by Siege Studios. It's fucking gorgeous. The paint job is unreal, and I tried to learn it in 9th edition, and I was like, I can't get my fucking head around this late in. It's too much. I can't be bothered. So when I got invited behind the scenes to learn 10th edition with the rules team, before the glaring issues started slapping us firmly in the face, I bought Thousand Sons, and they were surprised. They said, we didn't think you'd bring Thousand Sons. We thought you'd bring World Eaters or you'd bring Eldar. I was like, yeah, but I could play World Eaters and Eldar in 9th edition. I couldn't be bothered to learn Thousand Sons in 9th edition. So as far as I'm concerned, if you've done a good job with what you're saying you've done in 10th edition, then actually, you know, Thousand Sons will be a faction that I'll be able to pick up and play with, which is something I definitely wasn't able to do previously. So if you've done a good job, I'll be able to pick up this army, I'll be able to play with this army, everyone will be happy, sweet. And I used them in the demo, and I actually felt like I picked it up quite quickly. I did find out after the fact that there was a few things that I didn't quite get right, but I was learning a faction brand new in a brand new edition all at the same time. So, you know, that was going to happen. There was a couple of little alarm bell moments when, oh, yeah, but Magnus is less than this many wounds now, so he's -1 to hit. I'm like, yeah, but he gives psychic units within 6 inches +1 to hit. And he's within range of himself. So that rule's kind of pointless. And they went, oh, yeah. The rules team. Anyway, it was a faction I was really excited to play, and I just kind of haven't really been massively inspired by it since the edition's launched. I don't know. I just don't love their rules. They don't excite me. And I fucking love Thousand Sons. Narratively, I think they don't kind of fit properly. You know? Thanks to Araman, the non-sorcerers all became dust, so it makes sense that all sorcerer of some sort is driving the tank. Let it generate Cabal points. If no sorcerer, why isn't it a demon engine? Okay, interesting. When I agree with you, I play with an army codex and have games where my army rule has done actually nothing. 0. What did Mr. Letman say? What about Space Marines? They just get rerolls. Death Guard just gets their stinky auras. What's wrong with having army rules that just function? I think it's a tough balancing act, isn't it? Like if you look at fate dice, for example, Letman, you gain a bunch of dice that you can just substitute in whenever the fuck you want. It's incredibly powerful. When you get a rule that is that powerful, I think it creates a feels bad. Cabal points, if you just got 20 Cabal points and you could do some of the things you can do with Cabal points, I think maybe it feels bad. With Space Marines rerolls, you pick a single enemy unit and you get reroll hits against that one target. I don't feel like it feels as powerful. Bring back the psychic phase. Oh my god, yes. As actions you can do during other phases depending on the spell, buffs in command phase, damage spells. I miss psychic phase. Where's Simon's in chat still, I assume? Simon, as a Thousand Sons player, do you miss psychic phase, or are you happy without it? I'm interested. I really miss psychic phase. I love the look of Thousand Sons. I wanted to get to 40k with them and GSC in 9th, but I bounced off of Necrons in 9th. This should have been it. Yeah. Yes and no. Okay, interesting. I really miss the psychic phase. What I wanted from the psychic phase is I wanted spells to be not so easy to get off, but they'd be huge amounts of reward for getting them off. You'd agree to use them in 9th? Yeah, well, absolutely, yeah. I miss the old... I was looking through this as I showed you guys yesterday, right? And I was reminded when I got to, where is he? Eldrad. I was reminded when I got to the Eldrad datasheet here. And it says, Psyker, Mastery Level 4, right? And then it said, Eldrad Ulthran generates his powers from the Divination, Runes of Fate, and Telepathy disciplines. I was like, I miss this so much. I miss this so much. It makes me sad. As a player of multiple armies, they both miss and do not miss a psychic phase, says Jeremy. Once you mastered it, you felt like a god. However, your opponent had to trust you as a rhythm to check you were not cheating. There's a couple of things they put in place, right, which made the psychic phase quite difficult. You had to do a full psychic powers before you could move on to the next one and stuff like that. Which I think there was layered complexity in there that perhaps didn't necessarily need to be in there. I think I kind of get why they did it. I think they kind of did it to just sort of be like, we need to make sure that, you know, we need to make sure that players can't really abuse this. No, I did not miss a phase where I sat on my ass bored. But it didn't need to be like that, did it? I missed the psychic phase and played mostly non-psychic armies. Colourful postcards, chat now. How would you do psychic going forward? Because I don't think they've got it quite right yet. How would you do psychic going forward? Like, for example, I don't like the fact, here's part of why I don't like what they're doing at the moment. I don't like the fact that I have to take a Farseer on a bike to get guide. Yeah, a Farseer on a foot doesn't have guide. Did you forget it? Did the guy on the bike forget how to do fortune? I don't understand why. I don't like it as it is. How would you do it? It was too feels bad if you didn't have it, and some armies are way too strong with it. I also like that my abilities work without worrying about bad rolls or being shut down. I don't know, I kind of like that risk-reward of it. Surely selectable paths, that's what we used to have, wasn't it? Here's a psychic tree, you know 2, go. It's hard not to say like AOS does it. I like AOS's psychic phase a lot. Tower don't do space doors. I had 0 interaction in those games. Yeah, it's rough for Tower and Necron players, isn't it, really? I guess. No psychers. Sucks.
War gear would sort it. Choose the weapon that fits the detachment/unit. Mostly let me spend those pissing 15 points I have spare in most lists.
Preach. Oh, it triggers me. I used to be a person who was okay with a 2,000 point list coming in at 1997 points or 1998 points. Like 3 points or less. Okay, I can live with that. More than that, and I was like, there's got to be a better way. And now I've had army lists where I'm 10 points short. And that triggers me. It really triggers me being like more than 10 points short. I guess with 10th, I'm okay with 1995 now. 10 points short annoys me.
They already have good psychic rules for some units. Datasheet ability at the start of X phase, pick a unit, roll a d6 on a 2+2 X effect. Brood Lord, weird boy, these things exist and are cool.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And the Eldar ones are similar, right? So you have, if we think about the 3 most popular Eldar psychic powers from previous editions, Doom, Guide, Fortune, right? They were the 3 most popular. And what G-Dubs have done is they've gone, these were the 3 most popular. Doom is restricted to Eldrad. You do not get access to Doom for anyone other than Eldrad, right? Guide is restricted to a Farseer on a jet bike, and Fortune is restricted to a Farseer on foot, okay? So they're all the same. Roll a dice on a 2+, you get this effect. Doom is +1 a wound for everything that targets the target unit. Fortune is -1 a wound for anything that targets the unit that you gave Fortune to. And then Guide is reroll hits, I think. It might be +1 a hit, but I think it's reroll hits, right? So, but what I don't like is the only way I'll get access to Doom is by taking Eldrad. The only way I get access to Guide is by taking a Farseer on a jet bike. Historically, your Seers would have access to the Runes of Fate, 6 of which, and you picked the 2 that you wanted. No, I'm okay with not being that level of complex. I'm okay with dialing it back, but I don't like the fact, oh, faster on foot, you just get fortune. It just, I don't know. Eldrad being the only person to give you Doom as well. I'm not sure on it. Maybe I'm just being a fucking spoiled little child because it's Eldar. It's very possible. Thanks for 10 anyway, Christopher Sanford, PlayStation Plus. How you doing today? How's the lady wife? Christopher Sanford is the one I told you about. Oh, you've not got your mic, have you? He's the one I told you about yesterday, the other day, where his wife collapsed changing the baby, banged her head, and then he did a diving catch. Was baby rolled off of change mat. Just sickness in the house. So I'm just hoping he's recovering okay. Yeah, they've both been quite unwell. Yeah. I don't think so. He hasn't mentioned that the baby's got it. He did, however, catch it from hitting the floor. So I say it because I can't remember if it's a he or a she. I'm sorry, Chris. Yeah. Definitely a fair gripe. Okay. Having 6 psychic powers per law was simple and worked. Changing it was fucking moronic. Agree. Agree. Strong agree.
I would give a pool of dice to both players per phase, bonus dice given to psychers, anti-psycher units. You can throw as many dice you want, 4+ counts. Most 4+ wins, draws, reduced power effect.
Wasn't... Ed, thank you for the 10, man. You're a legend. Wasn't that a thing? Doesn't that exist? Was that... Fantasy did that at some point? Was that a thing? I feel like that mechanics existed before. I know they used to use that kind of mechanic for like kill team, hits versus saves.
I would keep it similar to now, but maybe allow you to pick one of 3 powers and have 3 for characters and 3 for units.
I don't want to be a person who says this. Thanks, Simon, for the 5, by the way. I don't want to be the person who says this. I think I've seen someone else write it. Electman's written it. I like the way Age of Sigmar does it. I like... So again, I'm thinking Eldar perspective, right? I like the way Age of Sigmar does it. You have 4 spells or 3 spells. One is an unlimited spell. Your whole army has access to them. You can only do each of them once, unless it's the unlimited one. I honestly... Third Ed Fantasy. I thought it was old fantasy. Honestly, for psychic powers, I like the way that AOS does it. I do. And the denial thing, like thinking back to Wee Man's point, the denial thing for armies like Necrons and Tau. Well, in AOS, if you don't have psychers, they get priests, which allow you to dispel. Ethereals could allow you to dispel somehow. I'm sure you could shoehorn the narrative in. Make it, what's the word? Interactive. Maybe the more sorcerers you have, the more spells you can take from certain disciplines, and as you lose models, you can choose spells to lose. Oh, I like that as well. That's probably too complicated for some people, but I like that. I'm a fan of that. Big fan. Thank you so much for the 5. Ed, thank you for the 10 as well. We're 15 members away, chat, from hitting target on a Wednesday lunchtime. Come on. I believe in you. Pool of psychic dice was a thing. I thought it was. I thought I'd sort of experienced that some. Baby is good. She was ill on the weekend, but is better now. Okay, good. I'm doing good, thanks. My lady is also recovering well. She got a sore neck. I'm sure she has. Smashing her fucking head off the side. I have never... I say this having played rugby. I've never knowingly had a concussion. I probably have. But I've never knowingly had a concussion. But people that have had bad concussions have said it's a bit shit. We have a Tau Empire. Literally one of our allies is a Psycho Rex. Well, there you go. We can get it. We can make it work. Tomb Spiders used to have a dispel for Necrons, I think. Yes, they did. You sound less shitty today. Glad to see you doing better. I hope the kids and Luce feel better soon. Joe mentioned them having the ick now. Yeah, Luce is sort of skirted around the edge of it and is feeling a bit shit and then okay and then a bit shit and then okay. So she's kind of got away with it. It's probably down to the fact that she just smashes fucking good things in her, like vitamins and fucking fresh food and shit. The kids have really suffered the last couple of days, to be honest with you. I was quite worried, especially about the youngest yesterday. They're looking a bit better today. I was quite worried about the youngest yesterday, to be honest with you. He was not looking good. The day before, the eldest looked turbo. So I'm hoping, I'm touching all the wood right now, chat. I'm hoping that as a house, we're actually starting to turn a corner. Because Luce and I worked out that in 3 days' time, 4 days' time, yeah, the house has basically had a sickness bug in here for a month between us. It's been bounced around like a shit pinball machine. So I think I'm like 80% now. Excuse me. I'm like 80% now. Luce, I think, is like 80%. She's also slightly exhausted because she's been looking after everybody and she's not really had time to recover. And then the kids are like, the eldest is probably like 50%. The youngest is like 30%. The youngest was, I was really worried about him yesterday, actually. Thankfully, they're turning the corner because they're not been eating anything. They've just been sleeping. Their temperature's been sky high. I've been really worried about them. It's been shit. We're coming out the back of it though. Tank, thank you for the one gifted. Come on, 14 to go, chat. I believe you've got 14 in you. I believe that between the 162 people watching, only 72 likes, I believe that you've got 14 more members than you. I can't sleep on the little one's poorly. I've had to keep going in and checking on him. He's not been well. They've been really rough, bless them. It's Luce and I were really excited about Christmas this year. This is the first year in a very long time that we felt a little bit more Christmassy. We felt like we're more into it and we're more excited by it. And then Nurgle went, no. No. You're not going to have a good start to December. Oh, thanks, Nurgle. Thanks. So I am behind on literally everything. Shares in GW. I have some shares in GW, not many, but they're worth a fair few quid more at the moment. Sai, thank you for the one gifted. We've got 13 more on us, chat. I believe in you. I believe in you. I've managed to dodge the sickness in my house. Kids and I have the flu shot, but damn, there have been 2 bad colds already. Luckily, no COVID. Knocks on wood. This time of year is the worst. Yeah. I've never had a flu jab before. I've never needed it. I don't think I've ever even been offered the flu jab, to be fair. I may take them up on it in the future. It might be something that I'm like, yeah, you know what? Give it to me now. Hey, Joe, how's it going, dude? If I might offer another perspective, because I'm interested in other games besides AOS, Conquest Last Argument of Kings does magic well. Never played it. I've heard of it. I don't know what it is, though. The thing is, there's so many GW games I actually want to play right now that it's hard to step outside of the Games Workshop bubble at the moment, like, man, to be honest with you. Like, I am pretty keen to try and learn Kill Team in the near future. I've ordered a Corsair squad from Element, but they're currently not in stock, so I'm going to have to wait at least a week, I think, before they dispatch them. And then I also want to learn the new Middle-earth strategy battle game, which GW kindly sent us the stuff. We haven't got to getting it built and painted yet. So I'd like to give that a go at some point, because I think that looks like it could be fun. Are we having a 34k sub celebration when it comes in 2027? We're currently at like a subscription rate of about fucking 33 per 28 days, Farmer George. So we got a long way to fucking go, I think, to get to 34,000 right now, mate. Flu almost killed me once. Shot saved my kid, so it's a must in my house. I'm also a big pussy when it comes to being sick. I think a lot of people are, to be fair. Each wizard gets a pool of dice equal to their power level. You declare your spell, roll the pool, and you just need to hit your spell's target number on at least 2 of them dice. Oh, interesting. Old 40k had a hand of spell cards, which were either force, dispel, or peril. You drew a number equal to the levels of psychics in your army, plus 1 or 2. You need X cards for Y power. Oh. Interesting. It's psychic is just, I like psychic. I like spells, wizards, and magic, right? I've always liked spells, wizards, and magic. I played High Elves, Old Fantasy. I prefer psychic heavy armies in AOS. I used to make fucking wizards and shit on Skyrim. I like spells and magic, and I feel like 40k at the moment is just lost. And this is where I feel a bit bad for like Thousand Suns players in general. I feel like psychic just doesn't really mean anything right now. Psychic just means, hey, you get an extra attack. It doesn't feel special. Psychic doesn't feel special. Meat Squadron, what a great name. Thank you for the 1 gifted. 12 to go, chat. Is that our pizza that turned up? You might as well eat it whilst it's hot, though. I'm going to be waffling for another half an hour. I don't mind. No, hour and a half stream, isn't it, on Wednesdays? I didn't. It was an hour and a half yesterday as well. Jeffrey, thank you for the 1 gifted. Who just unsubbed, I've seen that. It happens all the time. We were up about I guess about halfway through last night. I don't know where they were at. We got up to 33795 on subs. I woke up this morning, lost 5, gone. Thank you so much, Jeffrey, for the 1 gifted. Psychic means you get 2 guns to shoot. Yeah, I know it doesn't feel special though, right? What aesthetic do you like more? Body horror, space elves, Nords after the end of Ragnarok, or orcs and dinosaurs are just some of the factions. They all sound cool. It's gonna be weird with no stream tonight, sorry. Waffle while you stuff pizza. No one needs to watch me eating pizza, Farmer George. But it's something that the kids might eat, so we're trying. We're just trying to get food in them. At the moment, that's all we're trying to do. No loyalty in these subs, my man. There isn't, unfortunately, mate. I don't know what's going on with. We had a deep discussion actually today with the Thanes about things like subs, and it was a deep discussion about subs. It's a very frustrating. YouTube is a very frustrating world right now, because you do content and you're like, that's really good content, I'm really happy with this, or this should bring people in, or maybe people will watch this, and then it does the absolute opposite. And it's you know, it's. I like to think we work quite hard, and thankfully you people typically reward us with super chats and gifteds. You do reward us majoritatively. We're struggling today, but we're not doing a normal stream time today, so I can't really complain because we're not doing an evening stream because football. So that's not something I can really whinge about. But subscription numbers and viewer numbers and watch time are all in the toilet at the moment, and I don't understand what's going on, to be honest. Just trying to figure it out. YouTube isn't particularly helpful in helping you figure it out. And the algorithm changes every 3 months. And when the algorithm changes every 3 months, how do you keep up? I think I might have figured out what I need to do for it to work. Oh, we've changed it again. Ice pops. Yeah, we've had yesterday when I got home from prepping the stream for the evening, the youngest had decided that he just wanted strawberries. He wanted strawberries. He's only 7. What do you want? I'm hungry for strawberries. So I went to the supermarket and bought strawberries and low-fat vanilla ice cream, and I just made them strawberries and ice cream, and he fucking ate the whole bowl. And it's the first full thing he'd eaten in like 2-3 days. I was like, I don't care. Well, I've got stuff in you. That's fine. Maybe it's the holidays. I don't know, because it's been a weird year for it. It started quite strong, and then subs have gone, nah, don't fancy it. Like, I wonder if I can have a look at some data live on air, because that's fun for everyone. Analytics, subscribers. Let's go. So last 28 days, subscribers is last 28 days, because I can't put this on the screen. Last 28 days, subscribers is plus 30 in 28 days, right? If I go last 365 days, subscribers is 5k, 40% less than the previous 365 days. If I go 2024, subscribers is 4.4 thousand, 47% less than January 28th to December 31st, 2023. What did you do about that? Is it to do with 10th losing a bit of steam? Yeah, I think so. But it's weird things have gone on. Like, I look at, like, Tuesday, July the 9th, we saw quite a big increase in subs. I think it's probably around AOS time, maybe. And then Thursday, the 11th of July, it dropped by 40, randomly. It's just sometimes there's just no fucking rhyme or reason to it. I don't understand. I don't understand, chat. Pay for advertising. I don't. Does that work for YouTube chat? For YouTube subs? More than a sub a day, yeah. But we've been in places where we've been a few hundred a month, like 300-400 a month minimum. I really want it to be at like 1,000 a month. But I can't work out what's going on. As the edition progresses, people get tired of it. It's a matter of interest in the game, nothing to do with the quality. Top of the channel. Oh, thanks, Roger. My LGS 40k is the least played format. As being, don't really like the edition. Some are playing Kill Team, more others AOS. I just play Maelstrom games. Chelsea, how many do you think? Oh my god, it'll be a fucking cricket score. But I get an evening with my brother, so it's, you know, swings and roundabouts. Effectively well, thank you for the one gifted. We're on 90, team. 10 to go. 2 lots of 5 and we're good. Personally, your channel has kept my interest in Tabletop 40k. The thing is as well, Farmer George, firstly, by the way, sincerely appreciate that that comment. Like, I genuinely appreciate that comment. And the thing is, I get it loads, but it doesn't seem to translate to people. Like, the amount of people that are like, this is the channel, this is the only channel I watch for the hobby. It just keeps us in the hobby. I'm like, I'm really proud of that. And then it doesn't seem to work for new people. I don't know if we're like one of those weird flavors, you know, where you eat it for the first time, you're like, ugh, and then you go, oh, actually, it's quite nice. And maybe what happens is people eat it for the first time and go, ugh, and they don't come back, and they don't go in for that second taste. Perhaps that's what's going on. I think maybe people need a second taste and for it to settle on the palate. Can't overanalyze humans beings are temperamental and unpredictable. I mean, preach. Fiber drive, yeah. This is just a second taste. I told you I can't spend as much money as I did on the first one. Oh, don't be silly, mate. It's not. At the moment, it's more about actual, like, revenue. We're doing okay, so I don't want you to panic about that, right? Personally, your channel has put me on 40k. Thanks, Kai. It's just. I think the hobby is in a really weird place in general right now. Like, I think Games Workshop's roadmap saying there was going to be basically nothing for the rest of the year for 40k didn't help. I think that the Grotmas stuff is starting to help a little bit. People are getting excited again about it. People are talking about 40k rules again as well. I'm expecting a balanced data slate this month. That could be fun. That could change things up a little bit. That could be quite interesting. And I think that we're looking at a proper balanced data slate this time round, rather than just kind of like points. I think we'll get a proper rule changes. This will be quite interesting. Roger, welcome to the channel as a Yalto member. What a hero. 9 away. 27 minutes to go. Just 27 minutes to go. You're like Twiglets dipped in Marmite. Thanks, mate. There's a description. When Joe does his Fire Slayer cosplay, you'll double your subscribers. I'm not sure about that. I don't know how many people really need and want to see Joe in a nappy with his hair dyed orange. Although I will encourage him to put an orange wig on rather than dye his hair orange. To be honest with you, chat, I'm more excited about seeing Joe dressed as an emo for Raven Guard. I'd love to see him as a fucking emo. I think when he plays emo, Brom's agreed to go green face as well. I don't know why they've done. I was talking to him yesterday. So after I did the stream yesterday, I went over to the studio and set up for the evening and left instructions for Tom and all that kind of stuff, and then came back home. And I I was talking to him yesterday, and he was like, "How did the lunchtime show go?" I was like, "Meh, it wasn't great. I mean, it was a good show, but monetization wasn't great. Numbers was average. It was lower than normal Liam and Joe show, which is expected, etc., etc." He's like, "Okay." He said, "What did you do members wise?" I was like, "We got to like 48." I was like, "So you only have to do 150 tonight, Joe, for us to hit daily target?" And he was like, "Oh." And then he said to me, Joe said to me, "I've learnt my lesson. I'm going to stop offering to dress up as things." And I was like, I thought you'd have learnt this months ago when Joe says, "If we hit this number, I'm going to do this stupid thing." And chat goes, "Hold my beer." You'd think he would have learnt this months ago. He didn't learn months ago. He apparently has only just recently learnt this. So, you know. Probably because you focus on fun garage hammer and not some of the toxic negative shite or gamey hardcore stuff. Toxic negative shite and gamey hardcore stuff seems to sell though. A lot of people cannot eat, so dropping Warhammer, not a lot you can do about that. Yeah, I mean, that's the world right now though, isn't it, Edward, to be fair? Let's be honest, Warhammer is a fucking luxury. It's not a requirement to survive. Not everyone sees it that way. Although I'll go as far as to say, although it's not food and water, you don't need it to survive, I do think it does a world of good for people's mental health. And so, although I wouldn't necessarily call it a sort of life-based requirement, I'd go as far as to say that it's one of those things I think a lot of people don't want to drop because they get so much enjoyment and kind of mental health release from it. Do you know what I mean? You know? Like, it's hard to explain, but because it doesn't necessarily give you sustenance, doesn't necessarily mean that it's not on a list of things that we could classify as almost needed. I feel like a hobby in general, not necessarily this one specifically, but a hobby in general, a release, an escapism thing, is for the most part nowadays, I think that is a sort of a requirement. I think people need something that lets them step away. One of my favourite things to do at the moment is put something on. I turn my computer off completely. I put something on Apple TV, like a film of some sort. I get my paintbrushes out, and I'm not connected to the world. I don't have my computer on. I'm not receiving emails on my computer. I'm not getting messages through. I've got my phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm not connected to the world, right? And I sit there and just paint away or whatever I'm doing. And I think that for me is very important to my mental state to be able to do that. And I think that it's important we don't necessarily devalue that. It's very easy to say Warhammer's a hobby, you know, just get rid of it. Fine, because it's an expensive one, but I think you need to find something that then fills that potential void. Otherwise, the grind of life becomes really fucking hard. It doesn't matter whether what you're going to do then is jigsaws or fucking knitting, because that's what Lucy's doing at the moment, or whatever it might be, but something that fills that void, that gives you an escapism thing where you can sit there and just focus on the thing you're doing. I don't care whether it's a jigsaw, knitting, paint by numbers, Warhammer, whatever, you know. I find it's a good mental health thing. Feeling a bit maxed out, paint for a couple of hours, stressed, get a game of some description, yeah. Hobbies are needed for emptying the cup, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Recovering finally, a hair shy of going septic. Down Papa Nuggle. Jesus, Brian. You okay? I'm grey to fuck. It does it sometimes. YouTube does that sometimes. There's been a lot of people that are like, honestly, I'm still a member. I'm still a member. And then it just goes green because YouTube just has a moment. I find it more enjoyable than video. I find video games stress nowadays. As a hermit that works in complaints for a water company, painting toy soldiers keeps me sane. You must be fucking painting a lot of them, old man Chris, if that's your job. Works in complaints for a water company. Are you in the UK? Lucy's face is like, fuck that job. Mild hot take, but rumours, not leaks, discussions always do well. The NDA limits your ability to do those, but free models and release day reviews is hard to turn down. Yeah, it's hard to turn. It is hard to turn down. Yeah, I'd rather be on the NDA list. I think overall. Maybe I just start doing a video reaction to Valrak's video. UK Water Company. Jesus Christ, old man Chris. Yeah, you must be doing a lot of fucking painting if you need to de-stress by painting. I thought water companies are too busy dumping poo in rivers. Oh, please, everyone, do not direct your water company complaints in the UK to old man Chris, who's here for some escapism today. Right? Someone get that man a member. He deserves it. Off now, shopping school, run, haircut, monkey business. Great stream. Thank you. Take care. Right, Escape. Thanks for hanging out, dude. What a legend.
He's going to be right next door to where you work.
Who is?
Escape. Monkey business is a soft play. It's right next door.
Are you going to monkey business on Empress Road? Jesus Christ, Chris. I thought I had it bad doing complaints for a social housing company. I mean, you probably do have it quite bad. I don't know how people do that. I don't know how people work in complaints departments. I think I'd want to kill a man. I will not mince words, Leo. I would never watch those. I would never make them, to be fair, a leg man. Phase 2 avionics instructor. I'm sure you have an idea what that feels like, dude. Oh. Army or civvy or different force. For Grotmas, what I mean, most people are looking forward to seeing. I mean, I'm very biased, aren't I? I want elves. I'd like to see what they're going to do different for Space Marines as well, though. That'd be interesting. More complaints of leaks in the GW legal team. Monkey business on Empress Road. Heard that somewhere before. Yeah, Army. Are you at Lynham? We're there in a week and a half's time. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to just getting my tuxedo on again and feeling fancy. It'd be fine. It's a Christmas ball. Yeah, we're outlining him in a week and a half for the Christmas ball. Cons will be cruel to see. Right, back to slinging muck around. Have a good afternoon day, everyone. Farmer George is off to throw some poo down. Wow. You're on our table. Look at that. There's a man in chat. He's on our table for the Christmas ball.
No, I don't like it.
Thousand Sons, Necrons, and Eldar. It's a strong trio, Simon. I like that. Chat, we've got 17 minutes and 9 members to go. It's the Thousand Sons number. 9 to go. You're not eating your pizza, babe? What's it's hot?
No, because
You waiting for me?
that and I'm knitting white and I don't want to touch food while I'm knitting white.
You can't hear this. I don't know if you can hear this, but our pizza's turned up and Luce doesn't want to eat it because she's knitting white. Were you knitting white when you ordered said pizza?
Yeah.
Okay. I try not to complain too much to people on the phone because if they're talking to you, they do that make decisions. How do I say that name? Dalfrith. Thank you for 5 gifted memberships. Fucking beautiful human being. Does that mean I have to throw members back at you on the Christmas ball table? Evan, thank you for the 1 gifted as well. What a hero. We're getting there, team. We're getting there. Garage Hammer, thank you for the 1 gifted. I believe in you. Is sock number 2 in progress yet, Luce? Is that what you're doing now? Yes, it's just completely different colours to sock number 1. Spot on pronunciation. Good in. I'm here for it. I need another burner Android device. Oh, you don't want to play Apple tax? That's fair. That's very fair. Luce now not going. She'll be going. We've got to go out and get her a ball gown though. Oh. With only 14 minutes to go for the end of the stream, Luce has decided to join in.
The reason why I'm not entirely looking forward to the Christmas ball is because I am so not interested in being in a room full of drunk squaddies.
I don't think it'll be that bad. It's a Christmas ball. Will Power there during your phase 2? Yes. I knew Will quite well. He was on my phase 1 course. Was Will basics? Yeah, Will was basics, not phase 2. Was he on my phase 2? I might have been. Effectively Wild, thank you for the 1 gifted. Edward, thank you for the 1 gifted. Deeks, thank you for the 1 gifted. Am I going to, just because your YouTube name is weird, am I going to be like, oh, I know who you are actually? It's possible. Right, chat, now we just need £41 in super chats. We're good, right? What's a squatty? Squaddies is a name for army people. I think it'll be fine. It wasn't that bad at Lee's top table, so that was always going to be worse than Christmas Ball.
When you say that bad, that is such a variable. What happened to you, mate? Oh, it's not that bad. They only amputated it. It's not that bad. That's pretty bad.
I think it'll be great. I'm looking forward to it.
What happened here? Oh, it's not that bad. Only the house caught fire. It's really not that bad. The garage is fine, so the car's fine.
I was on course with Mark Main, etc. Were you on basics with? Was that Harry and Mark Wheels' course? Sorry, chat. We're gonna have a little private conversation right now. Go over it. Harry was on my upgraders. Was Mark Main's course with Ryan Crichton and people like that? Ryan's at Lynham now, isn't he, at the moment? Just have a little private conversation in delay because we're on live stream. Degenerates is a better name for them. How dare you, Si? How dare you?
Oh, mate, what happened to your helmet? Oh, it's not that bad. The bullet just, like, tinged off it. It's really not that bad. The helmet's fine. It's too much of a variable. It won't be that bad. No, that's too much of a variable. It gives you too many permissions for it to be that bad under the guise of it's not that bad.
He said it's fine. It'll be fine, Luce. The partners are there, so people are well behaved. You're on the table with adults, Luce.
No, I don't want to be.
Chewie Henson. Oh yeah, of course, it'd be Greeny course, wouldn't it? Of course. Yeah. Whereas like Ryan and that were all Blackie course. I'm not allowed to say that anymore, apparently. Ugh.
And you're not allowed to sit at bars anymore and drink.
Why not? I thought you could. What?
You know when you go to like Old Orleans was a good example in Cov.
Yeah.
You weren't allowed to sit at the bar and drink.
We did.
We probably got Jordan in trouble.
A picture of you and Luce for the party.
A picture?
A picture of you and Luce for the party, yeah. Says Roland Bain for a big pink super chat.
What, like a photo?
Yeah, they'll do photos at the ball.
Oh, please don't make me do all the social things.
I would like a nice photograph of you in a ball gown and me in a fucking tuxedo for us to have on our shelf somewhere here. Thank you. We don't have many photos of us.
Yes, we have 2 in this room.
No, we don't have many
1,
photos of us.
2.
And most of them
Done.
have. Most of the photos we have of us have my chin out, and I don't like it.
That one doesn't.
Yeah, okay, one doesn't. That one does up there. The other one, wherever that is.
You can't even see your
I don't
chin
like
on
it.
that.
I don't like my chin. I'd like a nice photo of us.
I'm finding the whole thing actually quite anxiety-inducing. I don't like busy rooms. I don't like it. I don't like it.
We're there to support Lee on his last ever Christmas ball. If it was a 40k themed costume ball, who would you both go as?
I'd probably go as a plant pot that hasn't had bullet holes in it yet. That'd be me. Just sit in the corner.
I'm not entirely sure where you went there.
There's a war zone. In every planet you land on, it's a war zone. There's bound to be something that doesn't have a bullet hole in it yet.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's a 40k After Dark stream right there. I'm already thinking we use that on Friday.
What's that?
It makes me picture you at a tailor for some reason. That's very funny to me. I hope you're able to check out the messages I sent you. Conquest has gorgeous range. I'll have a look, mate. No worries. Discord, I assume. Yeah, 40k After Dark stream. If you were going to a 40k themed ball, what would you be dressed up as? That's a cool idea for a stream, that.
An orc.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All green face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know why I pulled that face, but works.
Yeah, you know that comedian that uses the face that talks? She has the button and the jaw moves. And she puts Nina. Is it something like Nina Conti or something?
Yeah.
Do that, the orc face. That could be it.
That'd be great. His last ever, what's happened to him? He's leaving the army. He's done 22 years and he's leaving the army. So he's invited us to his last ever Christmas ball, which is a lovely thing to do. for one of my best friends.
One of mine too.
Well, there. So we're going to be there then. Good. I also got invited to his top table a few weeks ago, just before all this sickness hit, like a month ago, and actually it was great. He's done 22 years in the army, bless him, which is a lot. I did 10 and was like, I'm done, had enough, out. To be fair, the dog snoring again.
Yeah, I think she's chasing a rabbit.
Yesterday, chat, Luce trimmed the dog.
I had to.
And she won't be opening a grooming service anytime soon.
The dog's got a new name called Tiny Tail.
It's...
She was in the bathtub, and she's always been really happy for me to bath her. And she has a bath once a month, so I don't disrupt like the natural oils in her coat too much. And yesterday, she wouldn't let me near her hind quarters. And then collies in particular, the fur that gathers at the back of their legs, you call them trousers.
Yeah.
And the backs of her trousers were really matted. And I thought, I'll just chuck on a load of dog-friendly conditioner, comb it through, it'll be fine. But actually, it was properly matted. And I thought, she's not, after she did let me get back there, she's not going to let me be here for long enough. So I'll just cut it off. It will grow back. And it's important that it's clean and tidy, and she's obviously old as well, so there was some discoveries back there. It's fine. If you take on a dog, you take on the winter years as well. So I just pretty much cut all the mats out and bits of debris and bodily functions and stuff, and it's fine.
Yeah.
She's just getting
we
on
just
a bit.
didn't shape it at the same time, did we?
Well, because I'm not a hairdresser, babe.
Evidently.
Just get it off, get the bad thing off.
She looked so ashamed yesterday.
No, she looks fluffy now. She's all fluffy.
Oh no! Lou snipped off the dog's tail. Pretty much.
It's not that bad.
Pretty much. You should see it.
See, can you see the variable it has? I say it's not that bad, and you're there going, no, it's
Her
pretty bad.
tail is like, it's now ribbed for your pleasure. It's got like steps in it and all sorts. Just not been kind. You've been better off just shaving it.
Collie fur, when it gets wet, it goes zigzaggy, you know, like crimping hair.
Yeah.
It does that. So if it gets matted, say if she jumps in the local river or she gets caught in the rain while she's running around, I think it makes it worse for stuff and crud to get caught in the fur. And then it dries, it makes it really difficult to brush it out.
So if you want your pet groomed,
go to a groomer's.
Yeah, don't phone us.
Don't call us, we'll call you.
If you want your dog to feel and look slightly depressed, then we are the people for you.
She's fine.
The winter years is such an elegant, it's so elegant sounding. I love it. It says Evan to
It is the winter years, and it's,
Yeah.
you know, that's...
I'm there too, I reckon.
You can have all the lovely, joyful moments of your pet, and you'll get them right up till the end, but there are winter years.
Yeah, hence she's dead on a fucking bed right now with her face on the floor, snoring.
With her tongue out.
With her tongue out, yeah. Like, honestly.
She's so purty.
Fucking creature. Our family dog is his winter years, poor boy. Yeah, we're there. But then often I feel like I'm in my winter years as well, to be fair, nowadays. Fucking old and haggard nowadays. Although, at the moment, the last few days, I cannot tell you, chat, how much sleeping I've been doing. I think that's why I'm at like 80% now, because I've just been able to sleep so much. I think that's your body just going, recover. Recover. Which has been, it's been quite nice. These streams have been fun as well. We got another one tomorrow for the AdMech. Nervous about that one. AdMech tomorrow. So we'll be doing another Grotmas stream tomorrow at 1 o'clock for AdMech. Then I'm going to go over, set up for the guys in the evening, and you'll get a live game of Warhamster 40k tomorrow night. And I think the kids are on the mend, but we've planned for me to come home tomorrow, so I'm going to be doing it because the kids are on the mend. Friday we're then back with After Dark, which will be back to normal time. I don't know whether I do Grotmas Friday lunchtime and then After Dark in the evening. It's possible that is what I'll do. We'll see. And then the weekend we don't normally stream. So depending on what comes out Saturday, Sunday will very much depend on whether you'll get streams immediately or whether I'll hold it till Monday and just do a longer stream with a couple of them all in one. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. So keep an eye on Discord for the scheduled streams. You'll have a better idea as when we go live, right? Who's playing what tomorrow night? New detachments. Joe, I don't know. It's Joe and Brom. I don't know what they're playing, to be honest with you. I don't know if I've changed up the schedule so Brom's aware. I've definitely talked to him about it, so I think he's aware. I don't know if Joe's put any armies in yet. No, he hasn't put armies in yet, so I don't know what they're doing. So yeah, so you'll get live game of 40k tomorrow night. After tomorrow night, from next week, I'm hoping to be involved in playing some games again because I really fucking miss it. I haven't played games in a while. A week on Thursday, Adam's back in the studio, and I haven't played Adam. I think Joe played Adam last time, so I think I'd like to play Adam this time. I'd like to bring the Eldar, the new Eldar that Joe's been painting, which is a Beal Tan Eldar force, which I'm excited about running. And then Tuesday, I think Dan's back in, so I think that Dan and Joe will play AOS again, and I'll probably deck it on Tuesday. I think that's the plan. Yeah, I'm not sure though. I'm not sure at the moment. We'll see. I'll ask Joe in a minute what he's doing tomorrow, what he's planning to do tomorrow, Adam, him and Brom, and then we'll go from there, alright? So, pass. But I really want to come back and play 40k again on the channel because I've missed it and I've been so sick for so long now that it's been really sucky. What I do want to do is a huge shout out Tom, who did his first ever stream last night and basically covered for me last Thursday when I was asleep on the chair in the studio because I was still not quite right. And Joe's been fucking incredible. He's been absolutely incredible. Are you going to the RCT this weekend? I don't know, Josh. I'm still only at 80%. The kids are like 40%. Lucy, you are at, what would you say?
I don't know what percent I'm at, but I don't think you should go. I don't think being in a room of people that you're not normally around, who probably also have some kind of bug because they might have their own kids. Kids are always sick. I don't think it's a good idea personally. It was really fucking scary watching you with flu. I really don't think you should go.
So there's that. So possibly not. I'll make a decision tomorrow because tomorrow's deadline for lists. And Adam's got a waiting list of 10 people, so I'll give him the choice tomorrow. I won't give him the choice. I'll give him my choice tomorrow, and because at least if I tell him tomorrow, he can go to someone tomorrow and say there's another spot available. So we'll see. I want to go because I want to play 3 games of 40k with Eldar, but Luce is right. To be fair, we're just getting off the back of being really sick in this house and being really sick. Our immune systems are probably battered and quite low. I'd actually very much like to enjoy Christmas. So
I wonder if immune systems kind of get used to the germs in your workplace and the germs, the people that you normally circulate with. So when you do go back to work, you're more than likely going to be fine. But then a weakened immune system in a brand new germ environment. Yeah. Lucy's probably talking sense, chat. We'll see. Anyway, there will be no stream tonight because I'm at the football with my brother, eating a pie and watching Saints get absolutely fucking battered by Chelsea. So I don't want to hear about the football tomorrow. All right. Once the fucking cricket score's done this evening, I don't want to hear about it tomorrow. All right. And then tomorrow we'll be back again at 1 o'clock with the next Grotmas for AdMech for day 5. There's a live game of 40k tomorrow night, like I say, and then there's 40k After Dark on Thursday. So hopefully you can join us for most, if not all, of that content. Hopefully you're enjoying that content or enjoying this content still. You're amazing. Please make sure you smash that like button if you are enjoying that content. Comments afterwards definitely help. And if the 130 of you people still watching really want to help, go and find 5 friends who don't know about Warhammer 40k channel like this one and tell them to come and watch this one and subscribe. Let's get 40,000 before New Year. Probably won't happen. But you never know. Right? Thank you so much for joining us, you wonderful people. Hopefully you have a great rest of your Wednesday. Hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow at 1 o'clock. If not, I'll see you in the next one.